everybody, welcome to Friday Afternoon Club. Time to talk about self-care. Welcome to the Friday Afternoon Club vlog. We are in our inaugural blog, so we're going to do our Friday Afternoon Club to be accessible to more individuals. And today we're going to talk about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, which is self-care. Self-care is one of those pieces in our wellness that, especially in healthcare fields where we are taking care of others, whether it be people or pets, we are consumed with taking care of those individuals and we forget to take care of ourselves. Overwhelmed with other things that to take time to take care of ourselves makes things even more overwhelming. So trying to find easy things that we can put into our day or put into our week to make sure that we do take the time out to practice self-care, I think is really important. And one of the things that can be challenging is figuring out, I don't know what to do for self-care. It's just another thing to think about. It's another thing to plan. It's another thing to coordinate. And that can be really challenging. So the activity that I did with my staff was all about that, to just get out there really visually what things can be done to practice self-care. I'm going to give you some tools to help get the conversation started about what self-care is also. And there's a couple of links I will put down in the comments that will direct you to these tools that you can use for your team. And there is also some blog articles that we've written about self-care that can give you a deeper dive into self-care and how that looks for you and how that looks for your team and why it's so important. Many, and I'm going to give you an example of something that I did in my practice just recently that I thought was a really easy, fun activity that you can do at a team meeting, because really talking about self-care, doing activities that surround it, educating your team on what self-care is the first step. How I started was just I took a pile of just scrap paper from our hospital. We were at a team meeting and I said, okay, I'm gonna, I took the big stack and just split it in two, handed it to people on my right and my left. And I said, okay, take a small stack of scrap paper and we're gonna pass these around. Everybody was like, how many sheets should I take? I was like, just grab a hunk. This is nothing that is real specific. I said, at least grab one, but if you want to grab a small stack. And then I asked everybody to write down one thing on each piece of paper that was something that they did to practice self-care. So once everything came back to me, I took this stack, and these are the actual ones I had at my team meeting. So you can see there are some things on here. This is probably one of my favorites. It says nothing. So there's some great ones in this stack. So now just a bunch of pieces of paper plastered up on a wall wasn't really going to give the visual that I wanted. So I did something very simple, which is I had a piece of foam poster board laying around my practice that I've been trying to use for something else and it wasn't really taking off. So I thought, well, let's use it for something else. So repurpose, I love to do that when I can. So I came up with this, which is, how do we self-care? So this is all the things that people wrote down on the pieces of paper that I used just colored Sharpies to write down each one of these things. And then this is going to go up in our practice on a very visual wall, something that people pass by on a regular basis, so that periodically they can stop and look at it. And there's still space that people could even add to it. And I really encourage to have things in a practice that can grow and change as we grow and change. And we are in our busiest months of the year right now. So I know that people are very overwhelmed, missing their lunches, taking shorter lunches, working longer days, having really busy days. This time is above all the most important time to practice self-care because we need that balance. There is a layer of guilt that I feel comes very naturally to people in caregiving professions, that taking care of themselves makes them feel guilty because they're then taking time away from taking care of someone else or something else. So giving your team the permission to take care of themselves and really encouraging self-care is something that makes a world of difference, not just as a leader, as a team member, but really in setting up a positive culture within a practice, is having that okay for self-care. Signing out on our first Friday afternoon club vlog. Have a wonderful day.